Hello everyone, welcome back to the sixth episode of Senior, Junior and the Placement. Today we have one of our senior from batch of 2025. He's into Dell and he was the student of IT. Welcome Aditya Bhaiya. I want you to just introduce to our juniors.
Hi everybody, my name is Jyotiraditya. I've been currently working at Dell Technologies in Hyderabad. I was a student in Manipal University Jaipur. I was joined in 2021 and in 2025, today is like 2020, 24th May, about in a month, I'll just graduate. And yeah, today as the video goes on, we will discuss about the internship placements and how you should like shape your college life is 4 years, so you can also get into a very good company.
Bhaiya, Dell, it's a big name itself. What was your first thought when you get to know that you got into Dell?
So initially, what happened? It usually doesn't, but Dell comes at our college in third year itself, and it came in November. So there is a whole lot of story behind this. But initially, I wasn't gonna even apply, but I think something happened and applied, and I was happy because I was the first person in my batch of 2021 or 2025, whatever you say. I was the first person who got placed
Okay.
there on campus, obviously, and it was awesome. I still remember calling up my friends and family, and that I've got an internship. Though I did not know that I'll get a PPO, but of course, it's a very good opportunity at a very big company that you're getting an internship.
Let's rewind something. Were you kind of topper student throughout the journey? Like, we heard this that topper student landed placements or internship. What kind of students you were in during your college days?
So I was not particularly topper, but yeah, I was a good student. And first year was of COVID, so first semester was like totally online, and you could score marks if you are little clever. And the second semester was offline, so I worked hard in that semester, got 9 plus GPA.
Okay.
And yeah, I've been particularly a good student. I'll not say a very studious student. I also study like 3 to 4 days before examinations, like everybody else. But yes, and to be honest, it doesn't matter if you are a topper student or not. But you should maintain a minimum GPA of like 7.5. That would be fine. There is no criteria that you have to be a topper student to get into some XYZ company.
Okay, fine. So let's get into the how was the journey, the 4 years of Manipal, from first day to the day of you have to leave for the hostels. How was your time at the college?
Yeah, it was awesome. Just because of my friends and everybody else, and you should be very careful about who you sit down with, eat with on a daily basis, because that will shape your life for the four years. And it was awesome, to be honest. My first 2 years were like very studious, and I spent a lot of time learning different technologies. It was before chat gpt and everything. Chat gpt was not a thing, so it the way we studied before was completely different after like post chat gpt. So yeah, and then it was kind of up and down. It was not like a constant journey like every day I was studying. I also enjoyed, went out, visited Jaipur, and explored a lot of places, and really depends upon you what you're doing. But yeah, overall it was fine. Now it's about to end, so I never regret anything that I never did or should I have done. But yeah.
I mean, obviously, you have a happy ending as everyone we want. But during the college days, we know that we are into like tier two, tier three college where we have to do everything by ourselves. So there was time, must be a time when you feel demotivated, distracted. How did you face that? Like there was a time, maybe a time that you feel down. You may feel like that things not going as I wished. So how did you face that?
So about this, first of all, get out of the mindset of that you are on a tier one, tier two, or tier three student. Of course, it depends, and your journey would be different than a tier one student, tier two student. But you should get that out of your head that you're in a tier three student. You'll get opportunities here as well. Not as good as tier one on campus, but of course, if you work hard enough, you can get off campus opportunity. Now, let's suppose you are in Manipal University Jaipur. So of course, it means that you did not work as hard as other folks to get into IIT or NIT. So you did not work hard enough in your JE or 12th. Now you are here. Now forget about everything. Start working right now. The most work that you have done, I'm telling you, does not matter. You're from Manipal University Jaipur. I know a lot of folks who are from my batch, from my college, and they're at much better place than mine or anybody else. So you can take them as an inspiration and see them. get out of this mindset of tier 1 and tier 2 states. Personally, for me, when I came here, I left all those baggage behind. My sole focus was, I'm in college, let's study, work hard enough than everybody else, and get a very good company at the end. And if you want to continue in this tech line, you should always learn. If you have any other plans like masters or you want to do MS, then your journey would be completely different than mine.
Fine. So before getting into the placement uh, kind of stuff we have to talk about, let's get into, were you in any kind of club or events or any kind of class representative stuff? Like we have seen throughout the years that a student who's into so much extracurricular was not that studious at the same time, what not able to crack internships. So were you in these stuffs or not?
So personally, I was not, and personally, again, I would recommend it not to join any clubs or anything. Again, it's a personal opinion. If you have different opinion, it's fine. So there's no point of joining any clubs because it won't add any value to your CV. Companies come and they'll not ask you, bhai, which club you were in. Okay, they'll ask what you did, what are your projects, what are your past experience. And I'm talking to especially those folks who are very very serious about getting into tech. You should avoid all of this. These are nothing but distraction. Nothing happens. Of course, if you wanna go do a masters and do some gate, I don't know, some XYZ other field you want to go, then these all can matter and you could, of course, join it. If you want to join it as a hobby, you can, but I would strictly recommend not to. It's a time waste.
I mean, you and your batch was one who ended the internship at Dell in the third year, I guess, in the third year.
Yes.
So, when you start preparing for placements or internship, was it your even from the first day of college? Like everyone, even my seniors and your seniors used to say that you have to do DSA from the first day of college. When was the first time you started seriously for your placements and how did you crack Dell? So let's break it down between two questions. Number one, when you started, and number two, what was the procedure of getting into Dell from our college?
So, coming to the part of when you start preparing for your placements, you don't really, to be honest, I was working since day one. So, I had a grasp of all kinds of development. So, I'm into web development and backend and a lot of deployment stuff as well. So, I was doing it from day one. So, there was no essay such as I was preparing for it. An opportunity came, I prepared it like a week before and I cracked it. But again, this week preparation, people see this week preparation, but people don't see that I was working since 2 years. So that 2 years will experience will come in hand. So generally what happens if there is a placement season, they say abhi chalu hoga for the people who are in fourth year currently.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I am basically graduated, so I'm not considering myself. The people who are will come in fourth year, unka their placement will start. Now this summer you have to utilize it. You have to do DSA, only DSA, and some CS fundamentals, and you'll be able to crack any good companies. But if you are looking for cracking some very big companies, 30 LPA, 40 LPA, 50 LPA, or any remote jobs and anything else, you have to start working from day one and you have to apply from second year as well. There are a lot of opportunities for second year people as well. It's not anything like that. I think I strayed from the original question, but this is some general knowledge that I'm giving. Yes, Sutantra. So you were saying the question. You
And
can
the second
revert to that.
question was that how was the journey? Like, what was the steps of getting into Dell from our college? What was your first round? How your resume shortlisted? How was your interview round? How was the HR round? So the process.
So first of all, the companies there you'll be enrolled in some application. The Manipal University Jaipur will apply. Yeah, Superset. So they'll enroll you in. In our case, in third year, something was different, but from now they have standardized it. So you must be joining a Superset. There you'll have that you need this CGPA and that CGPA, and you have to be for qualification. So first round itself is you have to have a decent resume and a good GPA score. That's why I said at least have 7.5 GPA. Good that you have more than that. And uske baad, what happens is you'll have an OA, online examination, online assessment, and after that, for different companies it's different, but OA is generally for every company. Every company will have an OA. After that, it really depends upon each company. For Dell, it was an OA. Then we have 3 rounds on site. Dell people came, and we had 2 tech rounds and one, you can say, behavioral / managerial round. So that was the procedure. I cannot go exactly like what was asked, but I can give you an basic overview. Whatever is written in your resume, they will ask. So don't write anything which you don't know of. That I am not into AIML. I did not write a single line of AIML in my resume. And apart from it, you should be very good with your communication skills. I've seen people who are not, you know, knowledgeable of tech, still they got into some companies because of the way they speak and because of the communication. This is very apt for people who are going for on-campus placements. I'm strictly talking about on-campus placements. So you should have a very good communication skill, and your resume should be very good, should be updated with your latest resume. And in the round, they will ask everything from your resume plus DS and CS fundamentals. So the thing that you can take out of this conversation is your DSA should be good. I'm saying good. I'm not saying it should be exceptional. Your DSA should be good. You should have good knowledge about your CS fundamentals, and your resume should be good, and it should be apt to what you're applying for. Do not add anything which you don't know of.
You said about the the resumes thing, that obviously when you write something in your resume you have to be aware of how to master your resume. Like, I mean, there are so many templates over internet, like even thousands of templates, but there are majority of time none of them work out. How did you master your resume?
Coming from my side, I have been shortlisted for Google. Okay, I'm not saying I got into Google, but I'm saying shortlisted into Google. And that is also a very big task itself. So whatever these big companies do is they use ATS. So that is an automation tool which they use, and they will filter out your resume based on that. So your resume should be good, like your ATS friendly. So yeah, that would be my resume tip. I'm cutting off right now. One thing I forgot to add is whatever project that you create, even it's a basic to-do app, it's not doing anything. Make sure that you host it. Okay, so it's hostable. So of course, when let's suppose I am your manager or interviewer who's about to see your resume, I can click on the link and see, yeah, this is hosted. This is what it is. You have proof of your work, right? Proof of work is very important. Remember this word, proof of work. If you don't have it hosted, you are already rejected. Don't have their website hosted. And this was a mistake I also did. I never hosted anything. It was running in my local. Local is not worth it.
Before getting into the projects, one thing I have to ask you, that do you really think LinkedIn help you into getting into corporate? LinkedIn ever help you to find jobs if you are a student?
So yes, I think LinkedIn will help you, but again, your LinkedIn should be very relevant. Okay, you should not post anything. I think I'll give you another tip. Don't go on LinkedIn. Go on Twitter.
Okay.
Go on X. Go on X. Find people who are working in tech. You'll find a lot of folks who are so much better than you.
Fine. So let's get back to the topic, projects. You said that you should have a life project, if I'm concluding right what you have said. Do you really think projects can really stand out you among the peer, among the crowd? That is it really that important?
Yes, it is the most important thing. If you do not have any experience, right? So if you don't have any experience, what will you write in your resume? Of course, you'll write projects. But again, creating a to-do list project would not help you land a very good opportunity. Okay, so you make to-do app, but just for yourself to see how everything is working. Let's say how React is working, how it's interacting with the database. But the important thing is you create something unique. Okay, or even if you're cloning, clone it on a very high level. If you're cloning YouTube, clone it fully, like front end, back end, your deployment. How the new view videos are recommended. I know it's a very huge task, but I'm just saying for example. Or even if you're creating small projects, okay, let's suppose you're creating a plugin for YouTube where we can see what are the timestamps. Okay, so it can come into an Excel. Just saying an example, just an idea. Okay, you should build something which is very unique and post it that you have built this. Now, let's suppose you build this, you only know about it. Okay, now you have to let the people know about it, that you created it, and this is very unique, and you are still a student and you're still creating all of this. So this will create a very long lasting impact. Okay, so you should always create unique projects, and that will, of course, you'll be standing ahead of 90% of the crowd. So the second problem is the students as well. The students are not hands on with the practical implementation. So they only know theoretical. Even if I'll give you basic DSA. I think that is in our third semester DSA, or in fourth semester we have to learn about DSA.
Third.
So there people only learn about trees theoretically. If I say them to code the trees part, they won't be able to do it. And this is the case for same sixth semester student, seventh semester students. They don't even know how to code it. So you don't have any practical knowledge about it. And this is again 95%, 99% of the crowd. There's only 1% of the people who know how to implement everything. So I'll say for the people who are really serious about this career, you should start from day one and start making a lot of projects. Get out of tutorial. Okay, just see tutorial for a few videos, then go into videos. Let's suppose I want to build a tracking app, health tracking app. Okay, for my own sake. Okay, you see what, acha, I'll use this technologies, learn about the technologies, and start building on your own. Don't go for YouTube and see how to build a health tracking app. That will not help you. You are just copying and pasting their code. So you should always build a lot of products of your own. Then you'll learn. That is the real part of the learning.
Exactly. So, what advice you want to give to the juniors? Let's say if I am entering this college in 2025, it's my first year. What year-wise breakdown you want to give me? That first year enjoy, second year focus on DSC, third year projects, internship, fourth year land a good job. What is the year-wise breakdown advice you want to give to the juniors who starting the college or in the second year or in the third year? So, what's your take on this, Bhaiya?
So year-wise breakdown, again, will differ from a lot of people. I'll give you a very, very general advices that you should follow this 4 years. Not about what should you should do in 4 years, but general advice what should you should follow. Start from day one. Okay, if you're serious and you want a very good, even if you want to start your startup, or you want to create your life around tech, or you want to build your around your career around your tech. First of all, start from day one. Okay, start learning a lot of things. Start learning on your own. There should be no spoon feeding. Surround yourself with good folks who are like minded. That is very important. Okay, and these are your 4 precious year of your life. Use it wisely. Like सब कहते हैं ना कि बेटा 10 तक पढ़ लो, उसके बाद सही हो जाएगा, 12 तक पढ़ लो, सब सही हो जाएगा. This is a complete lie. And I'll never say कि भाई 4 साल खत्म हो जाएगा, इसके बाद भी you should stop working. You have to work उसके बाद भी. But if you utilize these 4 years well, you land up at a very, very good place कि उसके बाद your life could be a little easier than other people. Exactly. I know from my own batch who don't even have a PPO or a job. That is struggle. That is a huge struggle. Okay, and I know people who have landed a very good job, and I also know people like me who is in between, who's got a very decent job. At least we have a peace of mind that we have a job, so we are somewhere else. And I thank myself, the previous self of 2021, 22, that I worked hard enough, so I am here. Don't be like the other folks that you do not have any PPO or jobs. So you can enjoy iske baad bhi, like I am enjoying right now. Okay, people are enjoying right now. You can enjoy it anytime, but you should work hard enough. So these are the 3 advices that I'll give. Fourth advice is follow good people. Don't follow any random person. Only ask advice from people who have cracked it. You come to me and ask, Jyotir Bhaiya, how to crack Google. I cannot tell you because I haven't cracked Google. Okay, so don't come to me and ask. Ask from the people who have cracked Google. Take advice only for people who have done it. Okay. Bhaiya, before getting into your corporate experience, how was your life at Dell? I want to tell you that why we started this series just because when I entered my college, you were my first senior. Like your batch was the first connected seniors to us, and the time we entered our college, like me and my whole branch, we used to heard a word alumni. We never knew what is the alumni mean. Is it just really that member who got graduated from our college, or this is really a good responsible job for seniors? I felt that being alumni isn't just become someone who graduated from the college, it's also being responsible towards a junior. So we started this series just to help our juniors in a very true way, that yes, there are very good seniors out there like you, like other seniors who really crack the things, and now they are here to help you out. Now the best part of this conversation, the time you joined Dell, how was your first day? How was your internship experience? And how was your feeling when you got to know that you got a PPO from a very well known company? So, how was that? Yeah, so coming back to the part of getting a PPO, and how was your first day at the Dell? First day, yeah. So first day, I'll say it was fine. We got a badge and we were excited. Okay, so we got a badge, we got goodies. Still remember JBL. I still have the picture. So it was exactly 1 year ago. Around this time, I went, and I was in Bangalore, not in Hyderabad. So it was a nice experience there. And there I got speakers, a lot of goodies, and met with a lot of people. Went inside a corporate building for the first time, and yeah, and there was a lot of people from other states as well, and from different colleges. Interacted with them, had a lot of icebreaker sessions. So it would be nice. That would be the best time. I'll say, apart from your college, that would be something you should experience. Every people should experience. And like you shout out to Dell because they are an awesome company. Work culture wise, they are the best. It's very chill. It's not like that you have to come at 9 and then you have to leave at 7. It's It's the best.
Mhm.
Work life culture, I think no company comes close to that. Yeah.
Okay. Or again, how was your experience like the time you get to know that I got the PPO? Wasn't that so huge relief out of your head that now I can relieve for a time?
So usually, so when in my time, so
Mm-hmm.
previously whoever got into Dell, so it was 90% sure if you get a summer internship,
Mm-hmm.
so it's 90% sure that of course you'll get into Dell. That
Mm-hmm.
is sure. Okay. But this was again pre GPT, pre COVID, and this was
Mm-hmm.
sure if you get. But in our time, things changed.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of restructure organization took place in Dell, and a lot of people were let him go off. So, so usually the PPO came in 1 or 2 months, but it was not coming for us. So it was very, very like bleak that you will get it or not. But at the end in October, we got the news that yes, we got the internship. I distinctly remember my friend called up.
Mm-hmm.
He, Jyotir, congratulations, bhai, ho gaya tera. And he's like, what? I was going to the gym. He's like, kya ho gaya? Which company? He's like, Dell ka PPO aa gaya. And he's
Oh.
like, yeah, aa gaya PPO. Yes. So at least I was very grateful and very happy that after all these 3 years and everything, at least I am here and I got that. I was super happy and grateful that I got it. And yes, तो वो tension होता है ना fourth year
Hmm.
में जो होता है, you guys will not know the people who are in first year, but the people who are in fourth year, they are very tensed कि job मिलेगा नहीं
बाकियों का
मिलेगा.
तो लग रहा है, बाकी तो डाल रहे हैं पोस्ट कि हमारा हो गया.
हाँ, and सब तुम देख रहे हो
या.
आसपास की people are getting placed, ठीक है, and it's to be honest, it's a vicious cycle. So
या.
people who don't have anything, they'll see कि भाई अच्छा उसका 5 लाख का हो,
हम्म.
ठीक है. The people who are in 5 lakh will see अच्छा उसका 10 लाख
10
का
लाख
हो
का
गया,
हो गया.
ठीक है. और जिसका 10 लाख का है वो दस भाई उनका 30 लाख का हो
उसका
गया, ठीक
फैंग
है. This
मैंग
is a
में हो
very
गया.
vicious cycle,
या.
ठीक है. So you should get out of this, ठीक है. But to people there is a lot of pressure about anyone. My close friend, I saw him, ठीक है. करते it went to November and it was December. बस दिसंबर में you have to खाली,
हम्म.
you have to leave the hostel. And November तक चला गया था and he was not getting anything and we were very sad and he was getting rejected at very odd stages. But at last he got into XYZ company. Like we were very happy and वो tension होता है ना चला गया,
या.
ठीक है. So you'll see a lot of folks उनके दिमाग में बहुत टेंशन होता है. So इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ start working from day one so you don't land up in the situation. Okay, so you shouldn't land up in the situation. So yeah.
So that was the whole conversation I wanted with you, Bhaiya. I think these 40 minutes will help a lot to the juniors who are hearing this. So thank you so much for joining this session. I want you to give some last words to the juniors or someone who's joining this college from your side, being the alumni of 2025.
So my first advice would be get out of the mindset of JE.
Hmm.
Second, get out of the mindset of this is a tier 3 college. Start working hard, reach out to good people. Okay, surround yourself with good people. Be very grateful. Okay, about everything. Be very humble. Okay, and of course you can reach out to me. I'll most probably reply. So yes, and apart from it, anything you can DM me on LinkedIn or Instagram or anywhere. If you have my WhatsApp number, you can.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bhaiya, for having a conversation with me and for this sixth episode of Senior, Junior, and Podcast. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.